What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now today we're taking a look at a torque wrench from a company called Sewer Cup. This company did send this out to me for me to review, but I am going to try to be as honest as possible in the review. Now I haven't used this in the shop. I've pretty much just been using it at home, just on projects that I'm working on here. But it is a 1/2 inch torque wrench, goes from 10 to 170 foot-pounds. And I do like the build quality of it. The build quality is a little bit better than, the cheaper ones that you would find at Harbor Freight in this price range. It doesn't have that screw down here at the bottom that you got to loosen up and tighten when you want to adjust the torque value. You pretty much just pull down on this collar and turn the handle up or down to set your torque value. So I do like that. It makes it a little bit faster to use. You have your forward and reverse lever here and a quick release button as well. It is full aluminum construction, so I do like that. It is going to hold up over time. And in the box, you get basically your three most common lug nut sizes, 21 millimeter, 19 millimeter, and a 17 millimeter. You also get a 1/2 inch extension. Now, if you guys have seen the Harbor Freight lug nut socket set, this is a 21 millimeter that comes in that set, which is probably one of my most used ones. These are pretty much identical to those sockets. If you guys can see, I mean, everything is almost identical except that the Pittsburgh one has a shinier finish to it than this one, but they're both 1/2 inch and they're basically exactly the same. Mine's just missing that little insert, but it did come with one. So I know these will hold up over time, even if you want to use them on your impact wrench. So that's pretty good. So even if you guys want to take these out and use them and keep them in your toolbox, that'll definitely be a good idea. Now, I'd have used these on some wheels and they seem to be pretty accurate. The certificate says it's pretty much good for about 5% accuracy of your specified torque value, which most torque wrenches on the market nowadays are going to be about 5%. Now, one area where I think this torque wrench does lose some points is on its length. Being that it's a 1/2 inch torque wrench, I would normally prefer it to be a little bit longer. For example, this is my Snap-on 3/8 torque wrench that I had rebuilt not too long ago. And you guys can see the size is almost identical. And this is a 3/8 compared to a 1/2 inch. My 1/2 inch torque wrench that I use is this Matco. And you guys can see just how much longer that Matco torque wrench is compared to that one. So the Matco is definitely going to give you a lot more leverage if you're, tightening down stuff that you really need to get some torque on. The Matco one's going to be a lot better because you're going to have that much more leverage. But this one will work fine on wheels. I used them on some wheels, 80 foot-pounds, 120 foot-pounds. That'll all work fine because you can still, get your body weight into it and get it to tighten down. Even if you're working in the engine compartment, and you don't need something very long, this will work absolutely fine. So I definitely recommend it for those situations. But if you're looking for something, to tighten down some, axle nuts or, some heavy duty stuff, you probably want to go with something a little bit longer. And this company does sell longer torque wrenches. So I'll leave a link in the description for this one. This one's about 45 bucks on Amazon for the set that you see here. So still pretty good value when, you're comparing those cheaper torque wrenches from Harbor Freight or some of the other ones that you can find on Amazon. I think this is a good value because you get some lug nut sockets and extension, and it stores up pretty compact. So, if you want to just carry it in the trunk of your car in case of an emergency, or, in case you want to help somebody out on the side of the road, this thing will store up pretty nice and compact and you can carry it around without it taking too much space. Or if you're just looking for, a cheap 1/2 inch torque wrench to have at home, when you're working on your own car, this will definitely work. So I definitely recommend it for those situations. But if you're a pro or, something like that where you need accuracy and you need something with more leverage, then you want to step up to something else. But aside from that, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys still think you'd be better off buying something cheap from Harbor Freight, or you guys would think something like this is some good value? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Aside from that, guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one.